Thank you for taking your time out of your day to listen to why I feel I'm a good candidate for the System Director position at the Central Business Office. I am the Compliance Manager at the Central Business Office, and I have been in this position since being hired as a specialist in 2010. Shortly after being hired, we formalized the structure of our team, and I transitioned into a management role. During the past 3 years, I have a proven track record of success with process management, process improvement, and lean thinking. As the new system director, I would not make any immediate change. I feel that a good leader comes into a position and evaluates the areas that they are unfamiliar with and all processes occurring within that department. They will evaluate who the key players are, as well as what their skills and strengths are. Once this evaluation has taken place, then any changes that need to be made can be made with the best individuals possible. The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team by Patrick Lencioni is a book that I have read and would utilize as a resource in performing these evaluations on the department. The graphs you see here are just a few examples of the model that he uses in evaluating a team for improvement. Another change that I would like to make is to develop a team where each individual feels ridiculously in charge of their areas of work. A team that has a shared purpose or goal, and once this shared purpose or goal is determined, I would expect each individual team, along with their direct managers and supervisors, to determine what behaviors and processes will be necessary for them to help achieve that shared purpose or goal. I feel that all too often we don't allow our employees to perform certain tasks because we feel they simply cannot. This makes our employees feel boxed in. And this feeling of being boxed in is going to have to change. We are going to need to empower our staff to think outside the box in order to perform a higher level critical thinking, decision-making skills that will be necessary as we transition forward in the billing. Changed behaviors equal changed outcomes. Much of my presentation thus far has been focused on morale, and I feel that this is an area where we can achieve the most bang for our buck. Employees thrive when their emotional and intellectual needs are met. This includes feeling challenged, being able to put skills to good use, being recognized and appreciated, being trusted with responsibilities. When we allow our employees, again, to feel in charge, challenged, and utilized, it will raise productivity, and it makes employees happy to come to work. Happy employees equal a happy bottom line. One of the ways that we can achieve this improvement in morale, is by consistency. Consistency with rewards and recognition, as well as consistency with reprimand. We need to hold people accountable, but that accountability, again, needs to be consistent across all areas of the Central Business Office. Another way in which we could improve morale, and a change that I would like to make as the new system director, is to develop an onboarding new employee orientation program, as well as a continuing education for all staff. This onboarding new employee orientation program would include a transition through different phases of training, with each phase having a defined set of skills that must be obtained before transitioning into the next phase. This skills assessment would be monitored by the directors or supervisors, or would be proven through a skills assessment test, much like we currently have in HR. I would not want this training to stop there, however. I feel that each employee will need to keep this base knowledge that they achieve in training, and a way to ensure that they keep that knowledge is to incorporate an annual skills assessment that we work into our internal evaluations, providing a mechanism for our managers and supervisors to evaluate that all employees maintain the skills that they learn, even if they don't use them on a daily basis. I also would like to standardize our processes by utilizing a standards instruction format, much like you see on these slides. I would also like to ensure that each team maintains their internal websites with all the current processes being stored on those websites, as well as looking into a centralized location where the entire central business office policies and procedures can be maintained and therefore can be resourced when we have new team members, new managers to a team, or when we have somebody who is out and we need someone else to cover. This will ensure that we have the right people doing the right work at the right time. Again, thank you for taking the time to listen. I know that I have the skills through organization, being detail-oriented, and having lean thinking that will make me a good candidate for the system director position. Thank you.
Beautiful.